Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great ball. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. You know what? That's what I felt like after that unbelievable, what they call debate Thursday night. Welcome to the show, everyone. My name is Joe Oriani. You can reach me on my YouTube channel, which is at Joe Oriani 9046, or on my email. It's Joe Oriani Podcast at yahoo.com, or Instagram at Joe Oriani, and also at www.truthchat.fun. And that's where you can find my web pages, and you can leave me messages and comments. And if you want to be on the show, if you have anything good in your life you want to talk about, or bad in your life you want to talk about, or the politics of the day, because they really suck, please leave me a message on any of them outlets, and I will gladly get back to you, and we'll see about putting you on. I do Zoom, so I can talk to anybody, any place in the world. So just, am I talking to myself? No. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is working. What do you know? So anyway, if you want to talk to me, I can talk to anybody in the world. We could do an interview. We can put it here on this particular thing. I forgot last week to mention the Netherlands. I want to thank them also. So anyway, let's get back to Humpty Dumpty. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put them back together again. You know, that was Joe Biden the other day. I mean, I could not believe what I was seeing. I knew he had some problems, but that was absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy. Now, I know that a lot of people are saying that it's Jill's fault he's going through this, and she ought to be ashamed of herself. She don't want to give up being president, because he is not, ladies and gentlemen. Now, they said there were like 54 lies that Donald Trump said. I personally couldn't really find any. So if you know any, just send them to me. Joe Biden said the Border Patrol endorsed him. They immediately said, no way, no how, not anytime, not any place, not even in the future. He talked about abortion. He talked about being raped by his sisters. Where's he coming up with this stuff? It got so bad that Donald Trump had to say he didn't know what he was talking about. And he didn't think Joe knew either. If you look at some of the video clips that are not doctored, you'll notice that Donald Trump walks right off the stage. Joe Biden, on the other hand, Jill had him help him down the steps. When they go to the Waffle House that morning, in front of people, Jill is just like a teacher, because she is one. Just like a teacher and just talking to a little child. Joe, you answered all the questions. Yay! Jills could do that, Jill. You know, right now, and the Drudge Report, for those who get it, it says Biden family debates future. It's a mess. Cruel Jill clings to power. Hard, I could bring down the whole party. But he still has Elton John. And James Carville says we'll be off the ticket. And advisors believe Kamala will lose. Now, as far as getting Joe Biden off the ticket, I have to tell you this. I've done some research. Certain states have certain times. Like, he could not get off the Georgia ticket right now. Nobody else could be put on in the state of Georgia. So he would lose that. Every other state has a date coming up by the states that he can no longer do that. So, we'll see how that goes. And I don't know who could replace him. It's not going to be, not that idiot from California who likes spending billions of dollars, wants everybody driving around an electric vehicle, and don't want no gas cars sold. And he thinks nothing's wrong. He's in denial with everything. Now, Nikki Haley, still haven't picked the vice president, by the way. And again, I still hope it's Nikki Haley. She warned the Republicans the other day, don't call for somebody else. Because if he gets a younger rival, he may lose. It depends how things go. It's going to be a real interesting year for all of us who are still alive. It beats the Nixon-Kennedy debates. I seen those. That's how back we go. And Nixon lost because he was sweating like a pig. Kennedy put the makeup on, was all ready for TV. It was the first televised debate, and it was fun to watch. Now, I have to say that the monitors on CNN did very good. They didn't interfere. They let them go, and they let them talk. They shut them off when the time was correct. I think by doing that, it helped Donald Trump. I really do. I think he couldn't go crazy, but he was very reserved, very on point. Joe Biden looked like somebody who is from The Walking Dead said, Walking Dead, did you lose anybody? Like a zombie. His eyes are like, deep down, deep eyes. Kind of scary. And he was looking down all the time. I know he had no notes, but I figured he was trying to take a nap because we're trying to put his brain back together. You know, lobotomy was not available at that point. So I don't know. There's another thing here going around. Doug Burgum, Trump may pick him. He's a nice guy. He'd be good on energy because he knows all about energy. But I don't think he'd make a vice presidential pick. Tim Scott, I like him. You know, he believes in God. But again, during the campaign, he was too, let's all kumbaya. No, there's no kumbaya with China. Imagine what they're thinking about when they watched that debate the other day. Like, holy crap, let's go take Taiwan. I mean, we have no leader. If you consider Jill, and the Democrats went crazy the next morning saying that was the Democrats, folks, that said he should resign. The Republicans are like, we told you he's like that. You didn't want to believe us. But you know, that's just the way it is. And I personally hope he don't resign. I want to see Donald Trump win or with Nikki Haley as his vice president. So now, what's going to happen in July? I think it's July 11th. They're going to have his sentencing for Donald Trump. That's going to throw another little thing into the ointment into the batter and see how that works out. And then we'll see what happens from there. Joke called Donald Trump a convicted felon, which he is, no doubt. He's a convicted felon. But as Trump said to him, so is your son, and so should you be after you get out of office. All the stuff he did. Joe's, I didn't do that wrong. I think of a few things, Joe. Well, you get all the millions of dollars from. You're in the Senate for 40 years. You haven't accomplished anything. And now, as president, you still haven't accomplished anything but destroyed the damn country. Now, Biden was apparently, when I'm reading one of the articles, is he was humiliated after that. No, they sent him in there for 10 days or 7 days on learning all the questions and all the answers and study. You don't know your own policies, you have a problem. All the study in the world isn't going to help you if you don't know what the hell you're doing from day to day. You've been doing it for 3 years. And he said, well, you know, you got to be careful with illegal immigrants because just because it's an illegal immigrant, it could have been somebody else in your family that caused violence. Ugh, where? What? He denied there were terrorists coming across, yet his own State Department, oh yeah, they are. You know, he lies. He talk about Donald Trump lying. I'm sorry. He's probably just very good at it. But these people are just absolutely crazy. They lie and they can't even lie right. Now, there's people that's predicting if Newsom is a possible head-to-head election with Newsom would lose. Of course he would lose. But I think he's saving himself for the next election because he don't want to get really, really bad, you know, to this. And forget Tulsi Gabbard is also in the running for his vice presidency. And he was a Democrat. I'm not too sure if I'd go that way. I'm actually not too sure. I guess I'm biased, you know, because I like Nikki Haley. I think she's tough on foreign policy. She's willing to try to get away with crap. And Donald wants to put more tariffs on China, but here's the way that works, folks. The exporters pay more tariffs. The price is passed to the consumer here. And that's not really too good either. And more about the debate. It seems that Jill Biden's ex-husband calls her out for keeping the president in the race. A lot of people are doing that. A lot of people. And then he said, Biden says he had the gall to say, to tell his supporters his disastrous debate performance raked in more undecided voters. Yes, they did, Joe. Right to Donald Trump. He had the issues in command. You know, he was even tempered, though I'm pretty sure he was biting his lips. So anyway, that was something to behold. It was the largest debate I believe I ever watched, and next to largest. And now they're at Camp David this weekend saying, "Oh, should Joe run? Should you back out?" Joe Biden is not going to back out. A, he's too proud, and B, Jill will not let him. It's a simple fact of life. He's in the same boat as Donald Trump. If Trump backs out, he can go to jail for his other stuff and can't get immunity. If Biden backs out, his son is going to be in trouble and he can't commute his sentence because that ain't till September. So what do you do? All these major newspapers are calling for his retirement is necessary now. I'm reading all these headlines. It's just absolutely amazing. What a disaster. Do remember that Joe Biden's campaign wanted this debate when they wanted it. They set up the terms, the people they wanted to moderate the debate, the whole thing about the breaks, about no people, no paper, no nothing. They didn't think President Trump would accept. Well, he accepted immediately, if not sooner. He didn't care. So anyway, Joe, you got what you asked for. So you can't complain. You can't say anything bad about anybody because it was you. I mean, I don't know what else to tell people here. That debate if we talking about that debate for a long time, long time. But anyway, enough of that news. Let's talk about the hurricane that may hit Mexico next week. This will be the first one of the season. Oh, just to reiterate, I will not be here on next week because I am going to Colorado Tuesday and Las Vegas on Sunday, and we'll be back to the following Friday, so it'll be 2 weeks. I'm taking a week off for the 4th of July. For those who know what the 4th of July is here, not just about barbecues and fireworks. But anyway, so there's a hurricane coming to Mexico. It's not going to hit Florida, which I'm happy to say. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. This is all driving me crazy. Here's some good news. Oh, well, window of horrors. Haunting new discovery made on the floorboard at Auschwitz concentration camp. I thought they knocked that whole thing down. And here's what the ex-husband of Joe Biden said. Though he looks a lot better than Joe Biden. I don't even recognize her. Joe Biden's ex-slams first lady for apparently encouraging press to stay in the race after the disaster. There was a plane soaring over his star-studded fundraiser at the Hamptons and said, "Bye, done. Bye/done." I think that's creative. And all the Republicans have to do is sit there and not say too much of anything, and it will happen. You want some lighter news? Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are moving the things out of their mansion. I mean, that's, I guess, the lighter side. And here it is. Janet Yellen last week said the food prices ain't high. So along with all the security she had, she went to the grocery store to buy groceries with all her stuff. Doesn't look like she bought much of anything. So that's the way it works. I'm going to go fishing soon. I have to go fishing soon. I'm getting ready for my trip when I come back. Now we're getting ready for my Heidi Klum at 51. Doesn't look bad. All right. I don't know what else to say. I'm just rambling here because I was so looking forward to having an even keel about the debate, but I couldn't get that. I was hoping both were just as bad or both were just as good. You got two old men up there, and the choices are relatively sad. So I feel sorry for the country. But again, I do like Donald Trump over Joe Biden. I mean, you got the cartels. They're not going to be happy with anything that happens either way, unless Joe stays in. They're making millions of dollars. They don't want this stuff then. It's free money. It's free money. Anyway, that is it for today. I just want to tell everybody to have a happy 4th of July. Be safe. And by the time I come back, I think I'm coming back on the 12th. We should have news to be able to talk about where Donald Trump's going. go to jail or just having somebody tag along with them. Who knows what the judge is gonna do? But the judge doesn't like him, so that's gonna be really interesting. Oh, also, the Supreme Court kind of ruled in Donald's favor. That all in January 6 people were charged under the wrong thing, so Donald has a chance to get rid of 2 of the charges. We'll see. It's just like this whole thing is a damn mess. A whole damn mess. So anyway, with the country going to a hell in a handbasket, everybody a happy 4th of July. For those who don't celebrate the 4th of July in other countries, just have a nice, happy 2 weeks. Enjoy it. Sit back, enjoy the hot temperatures, global warming. Here it's hot today too, but who cares? This is Florida. And that's just the way it really is all the time. Looking forward to September when it cools off a little. All right, I'm babbling like a babbling lunatic. But again, like I said, if you want to get on a show, if there's anything anybody wants to talk about, anybody wants to be interviewed for the show, anything, whether it's your background or your opinions on anything but abortion, I would gladly have you on. Please go to my website, which is www.truthchat.fun. Or send me an email at joeorientipodcast@yahoo.com. Or go to my YouTube channel and you can find me there. Okay, everyone, have a good one and enjoy your week. And remember, if you're not laughing, you're not living.